transition. Hey, we'll laugh. It's a great day in Star Trek Fleet Command on 420. The greatest holiday in all the land. Star Trek Fleet Command has a new content creator. Actually, it's not content creator, it's community manager, but maybe they'll make their own content. They used to do their own content, but yeah, you know how that goes. But yeah, we got a new community manager. Woohoo! Everybody excited? Why is nobody excited? Why is I'm the only one excited, dang it. Son of a gun. I'm the only one excited. Hey, everybody. Howdy, Server 63 and Server 76. What's your thoughts on the 62-63 merger coming up? No thoughts, honestly. The reason no thoughts is because since server merges no longer have a actual like event or anything, it's just kind of like, oh, new friends. Yeah, new friends. So yeah. And my Pelicans did win last night. Oh my gosh. 1-1. We actually, look, I don't even expect the Pelicans to win. I know we're talking sports ball and everybody's like, oh my God, I hate sports ball. I'm a nerd. But yeah, I didn't expect them to win the series. Don't expect them to win the series, but oh my goodness. Winning one in Phoenix, huge. Shout out to server 137, 57, server 9, 257s in the house. Oh my God, server Deuce. Shout out to 22, 170. Look at the EU people here. I make these streams at this time so the EU can join, and it's so good when they're here. Oh, 133, 74, 71, 55, 120, 52, 49, 49, 60. 152 again, 51, 13. Ooh, shout out to server 51. They crazy. 10, 26, 33, 133, 14, 15, 9, 27, 16, 50, 51. Oh, you count the merge there? Oh, cool. It's 51 though. 50's dead. 27, 63, 79, 11, 32, 69, 174, 115, 57, 139, 16. Server 0. Okay, Wes, now you're trolling. First off, we've got a troll. First troll of the day spotted. Server 32. We love to see it, Arctic Dread. Love you, buddy. Feels like an auction. Feels like I'm an auctioneer, man. 35, 34, 2 to 144, 52, 16, 34, 34, do a hit 32, 32, 170, 170, 15, 152, 145, 155, meep, meep. Dude, if your server was called meep, meep, I would freaking love it. So, busy day in 420 land here. Busy day in 420 land. New community manager for the game. I have gotten to talk to them for the past few weeks. I've really enjoyed getting to know them. You want to hear something wild about the new community manager? Yo, y'all are not going to believe this. They're actually watching Star Trek. Oh my God! What? Like, legit. They're actually watching Star Trek right now. What? Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I know. A community manager actually starts watching Star Trek to make sure that they're in tune. This is insane. I don't know what to say about this. I truly don't. Like, how do you even, what? It's really weird. Somebody from Scopely's watching Star Trek. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. Like, should Star Trek feel tainted that Scopely's actually watching it now? Or should we just rejoice the fact that somebody's actually going to catch our subtle references? Which, by the way, Smash or Pass should have a new video out tomorrow. If y'all are excited, DS9 Smash or Pass video out tomorrow. I'm excited. Should be horrified. I agreed. I think that's accurate. What are the best two factions to do? Chungus, what a fantastic question. It's a very relative answer. It literally doesn't matter anymore. Early gameplay, I would argue that Klingon and Federation are the best for overall usage. But that's only to unlock the morale officer and the hull breach officer set. As you progress through the game, it becomes more about officers you've unlocked and research, to where when you're in like the 50s and 40s and 60s, it doesn't really matter what faction you're at. But it's a great question. It's a fantastic question. It's a fantastic question. And good to see Legendary Scar on server 124 and Aditya on 189. I missed that server. 189 was the first APAC server I ever joined to try to, you know, feel out what it's like on different servers. And woof, it's different. Will Scopely ever put the USS Vengeance in the game? I get asked that question a lot because, believe it or not, there are people who enjoy the Kelvin timeline movies. And the answer is possibly one day. They had actually started working on the USS Vengeance. I've even got laying around, a 3D model the game had put together preparing for the USS Vengeance. But then when they started getting into works for the actual IPs for the TV series, that kind of got shelved. And I don't know if it'll get circled back around. Circuit Junkie, I might talk about the merge. I'm not sure what there is to say, honestly. You know, I'm curious what the merge will look like after the merge actually happens. I will have a front row seat to the merge. But you're correct. That's not a no. It's just a probably not right now, like not this year or anything, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Jadzia Dax Super Smash? Well, you'll have to see when we do our Smash or Pass video. But I can go ahead and tell you that there's some obvious smashes in D Space now. Hawk says, can you ask Scope and let me spin my Cerritos refinery token as a level 34? I won it in an event. I do want to find a way to start accessing that earlier on. Yes, I do. We're going to be working on that. Whoops, hold on. Slow your roll. Get on back on in there. Because I forgot you don't have chin on. Yep. You're going to be plumb foolish flying out there without chin. Y'all hold on. I'm about to make a huge new mistake. Y'all's about to be able to just talk mad trash about Rev Deuce being an idiot. But I'm not an idiot. I'm a smart boy. I is smart. I is smart. All right. We got to do some more health real quick over here. Sorry, y'all. I should have had all my crews ready before we started this. That way y'all wouldn't have been able to shame me as much. Borg deserves his Umox. I guess y'all will find out when we do the Smash or Pass video. If I concur with that assessment. Guess you'll find out. Whew, let me get to these questions. Oh, gosh, I'm in a good mood today, y'all. I'm in a good mood today. I've also got to post the server of 4849 town hall we did so they could have it for their records. I forgot to do that yesterday, so. You mean like everyone in DS9? I don't think there's many passes in DS9 except for Nurse Ratchet. You'd be surprised, Janice. I'm not giving it away, but tomorrow's Smash or Pass video is a lot of fun. Yeah. Do you think they're going to add lower player ships that are very strong, like the North Star, but not a minor? Well, I mean, I guess this depends on what you call low level. To me, the Vidar is exactly what you described. It's a low level ship. Level 25 is when you unlock it. It's fantastic at PvP, but also has its daily purpose that you can continually run it through. The Vidar is that ship for me. But one thing that I've been saying more and more lately is this game needs more faction ships, to the point where we really need more options than we can realistically invest into. Kind of like how Star Trek Online is, or even Star Trek Timelines, where you can just have, you just want to have the collector's aspect. The collector's aspect. Shout out to server 140. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, honestly, but it's good to see you specifically. Oh my gosh, why am I so snotty? It's awful. Did we already complain about the Borg event being mislabeled? Let's see. Has Star Trek Fleet Command people complained yet? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think anybody's complained yet. Feel free to forward your complaints to the HR department. Damn, that joke would have gone really well, except I don't have my trash can sitting right here. Damn. It was going to be a fantastic joke, but I don't have my trash can next to me. Son of a biscuit eater. What an idiot. What an idiot. You'd rather complain about the away teams. Ooh, I'm curious to hear the away teams complain. Curious to hear that. We were complaining about yesterday's patch loaded with bugs. Isn't it ironic that the patch that came out intending to fix many bugs created many bugs? I would say you gotta love it, but there's no way that I can like construe loving that. That's just redonky. That's just absolutely redonky. Oh gosh. A day in the life of Star Trek. You know? It's just a day in the life of Star Trek. What happened to the cargo display numbers? So mine are still accurate. Well, I changed that. Nope, some of them aren't. That was an unintended fix. Now that's not supposed to be that way. They're going to change it back. But yeah, that's a bunch one. That's a bunch one. Re-away teams, the missions I've had recently have been really disappointing. I'm doing them because they're not awful. The best ones are few and far between. It varies so much. I've actually been getting good ones in the past few days. I got collective bargaining and sadly didn't critical on it with my 49% chance, but I've been getting them. Dennis, I'm going to let that comment come through because it's scientific, but holy smokes, that is not what we usually talk about here. Wow. Wow. Ow. Oh, I got to do this mission. Calculated treachery. Got to do this mission real quick. But yeah, the latest update did not have the smoothest rollout. So bear with us as we try to get it fixed. Mine shows 1 mil capacity, but still has 1.4 million. Yep. The rounding issue that was fixed has now been rebroken. And the hostile labels are condensed and yucky. Oh, son of a biscuit eater. Let's see if we can recall before they come and smack me with a Newton. There we go. We got out. We're still going to try to come back in here and try to do our stuff, but that's one of the problems about being at war. One of the problems about being at war. Shout out to Wolfinger trying to pop me with a Newton. Thank God that they were using a Newton. The thing is slow as crap. So, yeah. What's my dream Op 60 ship? Well, honest answer is I love all three. If I want to go with what is nostalgic to my childhood, I'm obviously going to pick the Enterprise D. But if we're going to go with what my favorite faction is in the game, then we're going to go with the Rotaran. If we're going to go with what is probably looks the most bad A, the Dedederix. I actually like all three of them. Now, I won't be level 60 for a long time, y'all. A long time. But, oh, there's Big E. We know Big E's trying to, yep, look at Big E. Look at Big E coming to stream snipe. This is the biggest stream sniper I've ever seen in my life. Biggest stream sniper I've ever seen in my life. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. I know he's watching the stream. He watches every stream. Look at him. I know what he's doing. As soon as he moves in my direction, I'm just going to recall. Biggest stream sniper ever. ROM ships are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. I mean, there he is. So, recall. Yep. Stream sniping. Stream sniping. Recall. Not going to get me. Stream sniping. The Defiant should be the best ship. I don't agree. I don't agree. While I love the Defiant, I don't think it necessarily needs to be the best in the game. I don't. And keep in mind that if you do that, you're basically relegating it to being a level 60 ship. So you're not going to like it if they do that method. You're just simply not going to be happy. So, you ever give away your lower alt accounts? I do not. The reason being is selling or giving away accounts is against Scopely terms of service, so we don't do that. If y'all have ever done that, I'm not going to go snitch on you, but just be warned that that is against the rules. So I'm not going to be out here like promoting it and be like, yeah, I'm going to give away free accounts. So, have we seen all the new content this month yet? As Lower Decks started, there were hints that not everything was in the initial launch. At this point, yeah, everything that is coming out this month has come out, with the exception of like random bug fixes. So, I'll really be done with the game if I can't build the Defiant right away. Well, just be ready to be done with the game, dude. And to me, that's not a reason to be done with the game, to be honest with you. I mean, you can't expect new content like that from a Primo series to be devoted to low levels. You just can't. I mean, you'd love to have an Excelsior class of ship. Same. Yeah, I'm not going to be done with the game over that. I'm not done with the game that my Enterprise D is forever away from me. I'm not done with the game over that. So, I don't think you can get rid of the game. That's just my opinion. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but to me, that's silly. To me, that's silly. Big E's attention hoo-ah? Yeah, Big E's definitely an attention hoo-ah. But it is what it is. I mean, if that's the reputation they want to have, that's cool. Doesn't bother me. As you can see, I'm getting my kills in. I'm just doing it for my Cerritos. I'm getting my kills in. Breed new faction ships, not just a collector's aspect, but also strategy and thinking more about ships to go up against. I agree. which is why I love the Cerritos support class for what it opens up. Between the Cerritos and the Discovery, if we start adding more of these options, I really am excited where it can go. Like, I truly am. And I love the idea of a heal ship and other types of support classes. So I think that is one of the things that makes me really excited about this game, is that it finally seems to be expanding out past what we originally had when the game started. So now we just have to wait and see what all that ends up looking like. Heals would be nice, Rooster, and good to see you, buddy. Any hints for next month arc? Y'all know the rules. I don't drop hints until an arc is finished. We obviously have not finished an arc yet, so we are not doing it right now. When DS9 comes to the game, I want Kira Nerys. She's my favorite Star Trek character. Because she's a main bridge character, I'd be very surprised if Kira Nerys is not one of the characters that we get in the game. I'd be very, very surprised. All right. Now, for those curious, because I am dealing with the stream sniper, the strategy I'm using right now is one that I talked about probably 3 years ago. It's called rim running. And when you are coming from a warp path, you can actually select where you end up if you're in that general direction. So if you're coming from the eastern side of the map, you can pick what point along this east that you come in and run the rim, thus making it much more difficult for somebody to come hit you and find you. Now, the easiest way to negate rim running in the current meta of the game is to run simple stuff like cloaking. But if you're not running a cloaking vessel, then rim running is a fantastic way to avoid these big clunky Newtons and stream snipers by picking spots that we want to warp in at. And if somebody decides that they want to come at you anyway, then you simply recall and you follow the warp path. So if I was coming from up here, then my warp path from Alpha Centauri would be the northern part of the map. So then I could go anywhere east to west along the northern border of the map and use that as my getaway path. So that is an old tactic we used to use when doing base hunts and everything, called rim running, and I encourage anybody to check it out. It is very, very useful. In Territory, now that Territory is finally getting some fixes for things like the lag, rim running is something that you could do in Territory if you've already got a ship there to see inside the fog of war. You've got your base there. But as you can see, I'm able to easily outmaneuver a lot of these ships that are trying to hunt me, even with one of the slowest ships in the game, the ISS Jelly. The ISS Jelly is an incredibly slow ship. Now, if they're watching the stream, they can then pick what points I'm going to, but obviously you're not going to have that problem because you're not streaming. But so far, I've been able to easily navigate against all these people trying to blow me up, and that is because we're using various techniques, and people are always asking, hey, what are some of the things that you do for PvP? Well, there you go. There's one example. Rim running. See Big E's stream sniping. Big E enjoys being called out for stream sniping. But he's still not going to be able to get me because, hey, I see you, and now I go away. Big E, just remember, this only makes you look bad, buddy. Doesn't make me feel bad at all. It's content. Why is it that every time they do an update, they break even more stuff? Cargo quantity fix is broken, and now text is janky on system view. Don't really have an answer for you there, boss man. I mean, it's not like I'm happy about it. It just is what it is. I don't have an answer as to why. You know, the only thing I can tell you is the truth, that when you have QA, a lot of things pass QA that shouldn't. And when you introduce anything to a live environment, which is what you're doing here in Star Trek Fleet Command, with over 100 servers, you're going to have problems. So that's all I can really say on that regard. You're going to have problems. You have an option for a delay. I could put a delay on, but that would delay how much I can talk to y'all in chat, and that's not worth it. A random stream sniper in their Valdor is not going to make me change how I play the game. I'm just not. Y'all are too important. So if my jellyfish gets blown up, oh, I'm not going to cry about it. I got 4 billion tritanium. I'll repair it. And it gives me an opportunity to show off some of these PvP techniques that normally I wouldn't get to because we don't do a ton of PvP on stream. So, and we'll just come over here now. And, or did he finally cloak his Valdor? I think he finally cloaked his Valdor. Oh, why'd you hit a heavy trader there, RDD? Must be out of regulars. There's one at the very bottom. All right, so I don't have anything here, so I'm gonna go ahead and recall for now. Is your isogen miner OPC? It is not. No, my isogen miner won't be OPC until it's close to 200,000. Thank you for checking up on it. Evening, Cryo. Good to see you. Good to see you. There's always new unanticipated bugs in software development, but more could be caught and fixed before release if Scopely did a better job of testing and QA. 100% agree. 100% agree. You know, that's my thing, is like, I can tell you all the reasoning things are happening, but the truth is the reasoning is not sufficient because they need to just do better at their job. And they've said as much. It's not like I'm just calling them out and trash talking them. They've said they've got to do better at their job. Now, the question is, when is that? Because they've been saying that about QA for a long time. Hey, Dylan. Should I expect to see Pilum shards in the away team store at level 35? Not Pilum shards. No, not Pilum shards. If you are, that's freaking awesome. I guess if you had the rep, but I'm pretty sure it's rep and level combo. But if you see Pilum shards, let me know. You have to be like pretty close rep wise. Spock's Club is great. Kudos to everyone involved. Yeah, I mean, I definitely can't take credit for Spock's Club. All I am is the mouthpiece to inform. I did, JB did allow me to work with him. I worked with JB for a couple of weeks before the official launch, going through ideas and finding bugs. But this is all JB's production. He's done a fantastic job, and I'd encourage everybody to check that out if they haven't already. That is a fantastic tool. And it's even a good tool to check how well the lower decks are working. So, okay, Dylan. So at level 45, yes, you will see Pilum shards, but not at 35. And Andy Tate just says that they have them at 44. So, yeah, look, if you saw them at 35, we're just going to not tell Scopely unless you enjoy having some awesome break. So, wait, why am I not? Did I already do these last night? Did I do these last night? Man, I forget what I do after reset. Away team store is level 1 rep. Only saw the pros BPs when I hit 33, didn't show 32. That's how it should be. But, okay, I apparently did these last night, or I collected them during stream and just didn't realize it. Why would... Okay, I'm confused on why I would have even done those last night. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You see the merge coming for Server 63? I did, Dutch Guy, and I have an account there. And I will definitely make some content about mergers. The tricky thing about mergers is there's nothing to really make content about mergers anymore. Like, nothing happens in mergers. There are no events anymore. There's nothing fun and exciting, even though the events weren't fun and exciting to begin with. But it's really tough to make content for because nothing's going to happen. It's just going to merge, and then it'll be the fallout of the merge. You know, what's happening since then that makes it all problematic. If someone steals your armada, you should go to red alert and set phasers off stun. Yeah, I mean, that's completely legit. But Alex, I do disagree, because Alex asked, hey, can you ask Scopely to put a cooldown timer on a failed armada? It'll give the alliance time to fire up a second chance and not have another alliance steal it. Alex, to me, in my opinion, and this is Scopely's opinion too, if you lose, it ain't yours. Like, it's not you don't own that armada. If you can't beat the armada, then don't run it. So it's, I don't agree with that, dude. I think if you can't beat it, you shouldn't be running it. And that if you fail and somebody else picks it up, you can't get mad at them. That's my take. I know not everybody agrees with that, but it's not your armada. Like, this 40 swarm is not Rev's armada. You know, and if I launch it, it's not Rev's armada. You know, it's something that y'all have to navigate through, but yeah. Do the PvP chests get any better? Not really, Harley. No, they don't. Sadly, not really. They stay pretty pathetic, honestly. I got my D4 and my anti-Valdor crew here. D4 and my anti-Valdor crew. Whoever has the bigger ship, whales think different on what they own. Maybe. I don't know. having gotten to play with a lot of free-to-play and a lot of whales, there's pros and cons to both sides of that argument. And it depends on individuals. I try not to use over-sweeping generalizations if I can avoid it. Thank you, Q, for the $1.99 super chat. If anybody doesn't want to donate, we are doing the house fund. The wall, if you want your name on the wall, $20 or more to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. We still got a little bit of time, about 2.5 weeks until that wraps up, and then we're going to send it in and get the final graphic made that's going on the wall of the house. And once again, a huge thank you to all those who've been supporting this time. Your server was merged about a year ago. Outside the initial shock, it's been fantastic with lots more people to meet and play with. And Bond, that's the goal. Those first few months can be really, really rough. And I think it's important to try to keep that in mind. But for most people, I would say it ends up working pretty well. And Draco, yeah, I would say that you're a kind whale, comparatively speaking. You know, I mean, there are whales who can be called tyrants and stuff like that, but Draco, you're definitely not one of those. So let's see if my faction rep's at. I really got to start working on Klingon rep. Yeah, I got to get that Klingon rep up, which means I got to go mine crystal. Do you know you said D5 instead of D4 in your last video? Did I? Did I? I mean, I believe you. Did I see the video of what, Bond? What, James Bond? What video, Bond? All right, all these zeros, we got to clear these out, fam. Why is there a level 14 here? All right, fam. You're clearly on a 0 node. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, that would definitely be a slip because the D5 is the hegtop. So, yeah, the video. I've only done several hundred. So, I mean, if y'all could be less specific, that'd be great. I'm gonna clear all these dang zeros with my D4 that I haven't used in forever. And maybe we'll raid a base. Who knows? Ooh, juicy. I know AT's on. They're always on, but it's still juicy. Here. I'll hop on that node. We like the juicy. Clearing 0 nodes is a public service. I agree. I agree. You're 0. Make room for everybody else. Graduated, it could. If you somehow manage to max out epics before you've maxed out 15 rares, that could be included in your list. The only thing about the max out that I set for that requirement at that level is so you can be getting transporter patterns to work on some of the epics that you need. Giorgio, 6 of 11, stuff like that. So now y'all are clearly seeing on video, I'm only getting zeros, but yeah. I'm not going to clear everybody, but I'm going to clear out all the zeros. That way people who need nodes can come get them. Yep. You're flying to the USA tomorrow? Wow, Bond. What makes you come to our little old country of America? We're not very popular. Not a lot of people come to America, but I'm glad that you're coming. When will the Cerritos Wednesday be on, and are Epic Troy and LaForge good for grinding? Epic Troy and LaForge can be used for very particular situations. As far as your Cerritos question, the first week of May is when the Cerritos Burritos Taco BP starts showing up with their own event. Could I remember that one video? Yes, I remember all the videos. If only I could clear out this level 14 for you, but I can't. All right, we are OPC on this now, so we'll go ahead and recall that. And what the heck is on here? What in the world is going on there? I don't even remember what we were doing here. Group. Why are you on an away mission? Jeez, what was I? Was I celebrating 420 early? I'll take raw gas, but geez, what was I doing? I never use con. Let me go ahead and put these in here just so they can stat stack for me real quick. I'll put Boimler in here. A little below deck going. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, Aaron, I will in just a second. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, shout out to Aaron. $20. They are now on the house. If they weren't already, and I don't remember if you were or not, your name doesn't ring a bell, but your name is now on the house fund. So big thank you. I'm going to add it to this real quick. Appreciate your love, your generosity, and your support of the channel. And Feds, what are you attacking? My base? Shout out Wolfie for attacking the base. There's basically nothing there, so you just blew up an Enterprise. No big deal. Wow, you actually died? What crew were you using? How did you die? Excuse me, what? How did you die? You had to have been using an awful crew on that Newton to die. Okay, that's not the log I'm looking for. Where's the base log? What are you doing? You don't use Spock on a G4 ship. You're level 49. Oh my God. No wonder you died. You don't use Spock on a G4 ship. It's pointless. Come on, dude. You're way too high of a level for this. You're level 49. You do not use Spock on a G4 ship. Holy smokes. Like literally, come at me with Rom, Khan. I mean, not Spock. This is like a literal do not use this loadout if you have a 4-star ship. Like this is exhibit A of what not to do if you have a 4-star ship. Exhibit A of what not to do if you have a 4-star ship. Do not do this. And don't do it when I'm live streaming so that you're then broadcast out to the entire world. Like, I'm not trying to call people out, but dude, a Newton, if you would have had, dude, you should have been able to easily blow through this. Easily. That crew just wrecked you. Yeah, my Yuki did fine. Yuki did her job. Spock can't. Look, Spock and 4-star can't counter Yuki. Spock can't counter Yuki. Here, let's pull this up. So you've got about what? 3 million shields. Because there's your armor. Here's your shield health. 9 million shield. 9 million shield. The most that Spock is probably going to be able to regen for them, we'd have to do the stat calculation. 350,000 or so per round. You have 9 million shields. There's absolutely nothing that Spock can do for you. There's nothing that Spock can do for you. Nothing at all. That Spock can do nothing for you. You just wasted a ship. You just wasted a ship. Oh my goodness. Hey, FTB's here. What's up, FTB? FTB is cool. What you got on that jelly? Base cracking crew. I'll live with that. Yeah, cool. Whatever. I'll take that base cracking crew. Wow, you don't have maxed con yet? Okay, that's surprising. But see, that's a base crew. No big deal. That one's a no biggie. That's a no biggie. Wow. That's a no biggie. Holy crap. I feel so bad for shaming them. That was not my intention. I was just really surprised. What they come and hit me with there? Oh, they went and got my ISO miner. I was just really, really shocked to see a Newton running that. That was just, wow. Wow. Are you going to upload the town hall meeting? I am, Kevin. I was going to do that later today. It's an hour and a half, and I was trying to splice it together, but I think I'm just going to load it up raw and let y'all have it. It is really long. That's what she said. But yeah, it's should we not use Spock on the ISS jellyfish? Not really, Brennan. No. The reason being, and here's a Wolfinger with their back. Did they bring they brought the same crew. Oh my goodness. But anyway, because of Spock's ability, even with max morale is when you have max Bones, max Kirk, max Spock, can regenerate over 1,000% of the total officer defense to the shields. Your shields are simply so big there that with Yuki drawing 15% from me, there's just no way for you to counter that. I mean, Spock is not enough to counter what Yuki can naturally do. So it's just one of those things where as a low-level player, you know, in the 30s, the 20s, Spock is a really, really good officer because the shield health is a lot lower. Thus, the stats that you can stack actually have an effect. It feels like you're doing some legitimate healing. But once you get into the 4-star realms where things start becoming into the millions, your shots are in the millions, your health is in the millions, Spock is now completely useless. So it's one of those that, like, if you were flying around with a D4, I'd be like, okay, fine, Kirk, Spock, Khan, because the stats aren't that big. But when you're in a Newton or a Pilum or a Coronar or even the uncommons, you simply can't justify that crew any longer. So it's really, you save Spock for the lower level stuff, you know, what we would classify as lower level. Ooh, homicide, what you got on here? See, like this. I mean, even at 1 million shields on a small Kelvin, or I'm sorry, a Saladin. Saladin, okay, I thought it was a Kelvin at first. Saladin may be justifiable because at level 28, max morale on a Saladin is really useful because it gives you enough survivability to reach that next big shot. So that makes sense. You don't usually see a lot of 41s running there. I figured he'd bring like an Enterprise or something, but yeah, that's kind of fun. But at a 49, you should never see Spock. In the 30s, they didn't learn to crew well, so they go to the old standbys. Well, see, that's the thing is on our server, because it is a war server, we're constantly at war. Crewing is generally not something that is a struggle bus for many here. And a lot of times, and I don't know Wolfinger personally, odds are they know what they're doing. They just are like, hey, big Newton, small level 41 guy, I'll easily win. It's quite possible that when you've got 7 docks, you just load out whatever you have, and that's just what you run. But you know, it's with this server, we usually don't find a ton of bad crews, and if it is, it's more of a laziness thing than anything else. Now, FTB, I don't know if FTB is watching. FTB did watch this sometimes. This old try to hide under a node thing. But I could probably take this out with my Enterprise. I could take that out with my Enterprise. Does Spock have an effect on an Augur D4? He can. There are situations where that's just the best crew that you have at the time. You know, it's obviously not optimal. You'd like something else, but it's possible. And is the 6 dock worth it? Very relative question. Is it worth it? Can be. Can be. I would change this crew before I hit FTB, but I don't want to use Khan. I mean, because Uhura's not really going to help me out much here against the ISS Jelly. I'd run something like this. But I don't really want Khan. I'd want Honor Guard Worf, who's on the other ship. Where's regular Kirk? Where's regular Kirk? Where's my regular Kirk at? Is he down here? No, there's Harrison. Where's my old school Kirk? Because against that, I'd run like Yuki, old school Kirk, Honor Guard Worf against that ISS Jelly. Where are you at, fam? Are you down here somewhere? I mean, I know you're down there somewhere. You're on ship C. All right, well, let's put you over here real quick. Oh, you're not repaired? That's another tricky thing, is getting all this stuff repaired. Oh, FTB left. Never mind. He left. Oh, well, here's a whole fleet. Holy shoot. FTB, oh my God, how many do you have? That's a lot of ISS Jellies. Holy crap, FTB. Why do you have 3 ISS Jellies? It's actually pretty dope, to be honest. As a ship collector, I kind of love to see that. He sent 3 of those. All right, FTB, I appreciate you sending the fleet. That's freaking cool. I don't know anybody that's built that many jellies in a long time, but that's just kind of cool. All right, let me swap this out. And what's going to happen is I'm going to leave this base to hit him, and then somebody's going to come smack the crap out of my base with a big ship. But it's all in good fun. So, all right, let's do this, and then we need to find our Kirky Kirk. Come on, Kirk, all the way down here. All the way. Kirk, right there. Thank you, sir. Swap you out right there. See, Wolfie's ready. Wolfie is ready. Look at that. Wolfie is absolutely ready. Wolfie's like, I'm going to crack your base as soon as you leave. As soon as you leave, I'm going to crack your base. What did he bring this time? Did he recrew? He kind of recrewed. Where's your ROM? Where's ROM? Where's your ROM? Where's your ROM? Why do you not have ROM? Where's ROM? He's gonna blow up my ISS first. Blow up my ISS first. Let's see. Let's hit this one. Bingo. Let's see how many of FTB's ISS jellies I can kill before Wolfie blows up my base. There's one. You wanna let me get the other one? There you go. And still blew up. Even without Yuki in the base. Even without Yuki in the base. Even without Yuki in the base. A group of jellyfish is called a smack. That's pretty dope. All right. Who else is coming? Oh, what you got up there, FTB? Oh, that's his disco. That's his disco. So let's repair this. I mean, if he had ROM, that Newton should win. I believe the Newton would win. It depends on how many ships I have, obviously. But I would think with ROM, and granted, I'm not running defense crews or anything. I've got a bunch of minor crews and stuff on all these ships. But I would think ROM would be able to turn that into W. Hell, my freaking Augur's running a morale setup. But like, I don't have Crass. Is that? I think this is the one. Yes, he brought ROM here. And he's going to win, but or he's going to lose, but he did better. See, I need to have my Crass loadout, but I think Crass is actually out on an away team. Let's do name. Where's Crass? Crass is your anti-ROM officer, for those that don't remember. Crass, yeah, he's on an away team. So let's do this. Let's just do a 4-hour. There we go. Thank you for your success in your away team. And put you right there. There we go. And that way, that'll counter his ROM. That will counter his ROM. I appreciate fans coming through with the crews, because it at least allows us to show some PvP on stream. We haven't done this in a while. So, all right, let's start the repair there. And that time, his ROM should have got completely negated. That time, his ROM should have got completely negated. So, yep, I fired first round. So, he shows Crass defeating the ROM. Crass defeating the ROM. All right. Now, did he bring ROM this time? He did not bring ROM this time. Surprisingly, did not bring ROM this time. I wonder if Wolfinger, do you happen to be in chat? Do you have ROM or do you not have ROM? Just really surprised to not see ROM. Because almost everybody I know in the 40s has gotten ROM. Well, now he's warping out. Never mind. Now he's warping out. Put my Burrell out there. Just that would give him a better target. Oh, yeah. Repair all would be money. Yeah, repair all would be a great way of getting rid of Rev Deuce's Latinum. The show for the fight, or was this pre-arranged? No, this was not pre-arranged. I did not pre-arrange any of this. They just happened to come by and give me lots of victories. So, I do hate that I lost this one, though, but my Enterprise was kind of damaged. Yeah, my Enterprise was damaged. Oh, he still would have probably won on it either way, honestly. But see, that would have been good to have Marcus there. I would have overcome his mitigation, but I was going semi-generic. Wait, did he just swap him out? Wolfie, did you finally bring ROM? Yes! There we go! All right, Wolfie, before you hit me. Well, never mind, you hit me anyway. I was going to say I'm going to take off. Oh, I actually don't have my ROM turned on because I was repairing. Here, Wolfie, hit me now before my ROM's active so we can show how much damage you can push down in one round. He finally brought ROM. All right. So I'm going to leave my crass not open so that you can show how much the damage the Newton can do by delaying everything that one round. Because he's going to get several shots off. Yeah, that time he almost destroyed 2 ships. There's Big E, who is getting buffed. And then there, we'll turn that back on to negate any ROMs that are being used. And there went the Pilum. So the Pilum got negated. So be some good logs we have to play with here. Be some good logs we can throw in the log parser. But Yuki is killer. You know, Harrison would be another one. Oh, dude, I should do that. Since they're doing this, I actually could use Harrison. I'd never use Harrison anymore because of base defense, but Harrison. Here, buddy. Here, let's put Nero up there. We'll get that up there. But, yeah, right over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot. We don't stack stats on our miners, so they are a bit... Hey, thank you, Abraham. Confirm. There we go. That's going to make it punch like a son of a gun. Thank you, Abraham. Add to the house fund. Much love. Also, you probably did the swarm yesterday for BP event. Ah, that's a good one. I forgot about that. We just want to show Rev some love. We appreciate it, Wolfinger. Oh, dude, it's good to see you, dude. And I promise, I wasn't trying to shame you. I was just like, why is this dude running Spock? Wolfie, I'm not sure if you want to keep blowing titanium, but at this point, we're just kind of log collecting so we can show everybody different loadouts. Because that we're slowly transitioning to base defense loadouts. Very slowly transitioning to base defense loadouts. Because now I've got Crass on one ship, running Picard, Beverly, Harrison on another, and then Yuki is really starting to load it out with a pretty essential anti-base hit run. So if you want to throw your, I don't know if you want to keep blowing your Newton, but then I can have logs where I can say, okay, here's with, you know, no Crass, here's with Crass plus Pipe Monroe Harrison. And when you hit me the last time, Wolfie, this one, we actually brought ROM. You completely destroyed the Burrell and almost killed the Enterprise. And that was with all 5 ships. But now we can do a direct comparison if you hit me again with showing how much Harrison's going to help when I negate your ROM and then all my guns take advantage of Harrison. Chef's kiss. TOS crew is actually on my auger because, well, auger. I just hot swapped it to put it somewhere. But you've been using ROM, Honor Guard Worf and Harrison on bases with great success. What are your thoughts on this crew for G4 and lower ships? Only used on the Sanctus. So to take advantage of that the most, you're going to want to have a lot of first round shots. Now remember, ROM is going to help increase the number of first round shots. Ooh, wow, you actually did much better that time, Wolfie. Did you change something around? You actually got through 2 ships that time. Did you change something around? Did you have some synergy somewhere? But I don't like that on something that doesn't have a lot of shots. It's only going to fire like twice. But I do like that in general. Yeah, you hit a lot harder this time. Maybe you got more criticals early on. Maybe you got more criticals early on. But I was blasting you. It's the guns that hurt like a son of a bitch. Whoops. This is YouTube. We're not supposed to cuss. I get excited about PvP runs, y'all. I don't get to do these very often. It's exciting. You want 1 video a week of PvP? Well, this is a great way that we can show off different crews. You knew, oh, you did it just because I'd lose my mind? Well, that's fair. If you did it just because I'd lose my mind. Because I told everybody, like, Server 20 being at war for 3 years, if there's anybody that doesn't know how to PvP crew here, I don't know how they can exist on our server. We've reached a point where we have fought so much. I don't know how anybody could be on the server and not have a very, not even rudimentary, a solid understanding of PvP. Like, look at our power destroyed rankings. Because there's plenty of feds on this list too. You know, our top, we have 2 people at 7 billion. He's using exocomps. He could have done some exocomps to increase his damage dealt. But From the back, what are you running here? I don't think I could try FTB if you want. I can try to take out your Kelvin with my Enterprise if I run a Kang loadout. My Kang is not that updated, so I don't think I'd have success. But I could. Oh, never mind. You left. You left. All right. So Wolfie, did you turn on any exocomps since you did so much more damage? You have an 11.4 billion on 14. That's pretty nice. Do they ever all have the Officer Tau on sale? Very, very rarely. Oh, you're bringing Fat Mud. That's a good one. Let's see what your crew is now. Oh, you didn't bring Fat Mud yet. So this is actually going to help you. I mean, honestly, Wolfie, when you're attacking down on my base, you don't need Marcus. The reason I say that, Wolfie, and you probably already know this, but for those in the chat who don't know this, when you're attacking down with a ship like a Newton against all my explorers, you're going to naturally have more shield piercing than any of my ships are going to have shield deflection. You see my Burrell here with 149 shield deflection. Even my Enterprise is not going to have near enough shield deflection to overcome the Newton. So in this particular instance, you don't need Marcus at all, Wolfie, or anybody who would be watching. If you're attacking down on a base, it'd be better to come out with something that's more generic, like a critical run or something like that, because Marcus at this point isn't doing anything. You're already overwhelming me with your piercing stats. So you wouldn't actually even need, you wouldn't need Marcus hitting my base. It's not doing you any good. So you would be better using something like you mentioned, having Mud. That would be better off for you hitting me, because at least with Mud, if we come down, we would do, where is my Mud? Oh, where is my Mud? Here you go. So if you did the potential of having double shots, that's more valuable to you, even though this is RNG based, than running Marcus. Now, if you're hitting bigger players like around your level, then yeah, running Marcus can make some sense if they've got like a Coronar in the base or maybe an Enterprise A, depending on where you're at. But for this particular run, Marcus is doing you Jack Diddley Kumquat, and just about anything, you know, Harrison, Fat Mud, all those would do better for you attacking my base. Have him try Khan as captain with Rom and Honor War. Well, Rom is going to be better than Khan as captain. Rom is going to be better than Khan as captain. Like out of the box, Rom is the best base hitting monster that there is. Now, if you can get Rom's officer ability and Fat Mud's officer ability to proc, and you're getting more shots from the Newton, that's the most beneficial, because remember, you want to make sure that you can destroy everything. Now, even though your weapons can only target one thing, so like if one weapon, like if you have one weapon that shoots 6 times, it's going to shoot the same ship 6 times. But the Newton is going to fire in the first round 3 weapons, but 2 shots each. So if you had more of those shots, you're going to guarantee that first round, those 3 weapons are probably going to kill 3 different things. And that's why it's so nice to have more shots added if you can run with Rom and then have Fat Mud proc. But this is fun. I like PvP fights. Khan has a 50% chance of activating, and when he does, it really ups the damage. It's true. Haven't repaired my guns. I don't think my guns ever got damaged. Yeah, my guns have yet to get damaged, so I shouldn't have to repair them. But keep in mind that there is RNG into this. You know, it's very possible that the first time Wolfie came at me, he didn't get very many critical runs early on. And then the second time he got a lot more critical runs. So RNG plays into some of that too, which is why you should always try to run multiple. Oh shit. Hatchet. I mean, I'll let you blow me up. Here, Hatchet, let me repair so you can blow up all the ships. Here. Now you can blow up all the ships. Damn it, I wanted you to blow up all the ships. You could have taken out all 6 at once. Yeah, there you go. There's your one shot. I can't stop a Vorcha. I can't stop a Vorcha. No matter what I bring, I'm not stopping a Vorcha. But there you go. I'll repair it so you can destroy all the ships. Oh my God. Ain't nothing I'm doing that can do that. The FTB, you didn't bring a miner or something, did you? Because I'm not giving you free loot runs. Don't bring your damn amalgam. But yeah, I'm not stopping a Vorcha. Is the Newton any good? Was going to get the Coronar instead. It's my opinion that all the 46s are good. See, now I am going to have to repair everything. For log purposes, just to make sure somebody doesn't get kind of tries to start raiding me, I'm going to throw up a 4-hour. But Wolfie, we can keep running these if you want to keep blowing up my base. I don't mind. But for the purposes of logs, let's pull up the Chief's Hatchet log with the Vorcha coming through with ROM, which shows that even though I negated ROM, didn't matter. Didn't matter at all. All right, so you can see I negated ROM. And here's the Pipe Moreau Harrison working. So I was doing as much as I could directly to his hull. Everything I possibly could directly to his hull. The only thing that I could change is I could have made Yuki doing 15% instead of 10% by putting Marcus up here. But yeah, the dude came through with 3.2 million criticals in the first shots. Burrell, bye-bye immediately. Enterprise, bye-bye immediately. Yeah, it's, Jesus. Would it be worthwhile building 2 46 ships? Look, the 46ers are great. There's a legitimate argument to be made for not even building the 50s and just running with the 46s until you go to the 53s, depending on how long that process is going to take you. And it's something that I tell a lot of my whales that, look, the 50s don't really have a lot of value anymore because of the power of the 53s. The 46s can carry you, and building a couple is pretty awesome. Yeah, Brad, I'm not meaning to swear, but when you have a Vorcha come and smack the ever-loving crap out of your base, you can't help but smile. For sure. Hatch is going to run by. I'll do it for some repairs and everything real quick so he can come back by. Bloop. We'll repair all these guns. And go through the process of repairing all of this. But Sivo, if you know what's hitting you, the worst thing that I could do is throw Yuki on my Enterprise, because the Enterprise as an explorer is going to get attacked relatively quickly by the Vorcha as it goes through its series, as it goes through its set. The station raids do follow the battle triangle. So if you do want to run things like Pipe Moreau Harrison and Yuki, throwing them on miners means that they'll last the longest, but nothing I do is going to make me last versus a Vorcha. Yeah, Gregory, the rounding is pretty annoying. The rounding is pretty annoying at the moment, but it is going to get fixed. Don't worry. It sucks that they rebroke it as they brought it in, but you should demonstrate the mosquito defense using small ships to occupy big ships. I've made entire videos about that, Malarkey. I've made entire videos about that. All right, let's get this in. All right, and just for the purpose of showing off what I was talking about earlier, I'll throw Yuki Marcus together, but my Enterprise is still going to go down relatively quickly versus Hatchet. Now, Hatchet, I'm going to go blow up. I don't want to blow up a random. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'll blow up this random Legionary because PvP is PvP, and then I'll recall and put it back in the dock. That'll not drop my shield. Hatchet, let me get my ship back. Because you're definitely going to blow it up with 5, but, you know, maybe I'll feel a little bit better if you do it when I have 6. And Clayton, yeah, we'll look at the battle logs. Don't worry. We'll look at the battle logs. All right, there we go. And, yeah, you just go ahead and hit me there. That 11-minute repairing won't do anything. The problem with the Newton is the speed. 100% correct, Randall. Now, the good thing is that you have new research available, which some have argued that for 5-star, it makes them way too quick. But you have research available now that makes those ships a lot faster. Like the Outlaw research tree has got some impulse research. And there you go. We did much better this time than the first time. We still got our butts handed to us, obviously. But compared to the first run where I negated his ROM, now I will say, in Hatchet, I'm not sure if you're watching, Hatchet, run it back again. But I'm going to take Crass off, so your ROM will work. So bring your ROM back. Bring your ROM back, and then I'll show your Vorcha smacking me with your ROM working to show how even much more you'll smack me hard. Smack me very hard, daddy. And Randall, I don't know if Hatchet's actually in here in case he's not passed along the message for him to bring the ROM crew back, because I'm going to take Crass down. I'm going to take Crass down. Oh, let's see. Repairs. Thank God I triple faction lock. I've got speed ups for days. You put TOS Spock on your miner for station defense. That's a good one too. I don't have TOS Spock yet. I haven't been focusing on that away team mission. I really should. But all right, let me get these repairs in. At least everybody's getting their helps done for the day. What should you focus on at level 31? Khalil, the main things to focus on, like cosmic cleanup, getting your amalgam done. There's a lot of research that opens up starting at level 30. So I would encourage you to focus on your research. But I'm still big on soft camping those areas, like getting up to 34, 35 as quickly as you can. Those are better camping spots to sit there and just kind of build your game up. All right, let me get Crass off of here. There we go. And now, if Hatchet comes and hits me again with Rom as captain. Yep. Rom, please. Now you'll see an even greater difference in logs. This is very educational. I'm getting a lot from the stream day, learning so much. Well, love to hear it, Q. What are you doing, Step Vorcha? That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. I like that. Tilly on the jellyfish for full synergy. If you use a Hero with synergy, you can delay one of their shots. If you throw Vixus with synergy, another shot. Yeah, Chris, you can do all that. It gets to a point though, like, you know, how realistic is it to run that? Because an active base defense like I'm doing now is so rare. But yeah, there's a lot of different crews you can run. TOS Spock is a fantastic defense officer. Arctic says, explain how Yuki and Harrison last longer on miners. So, easiest way to explain that is click this button right here, the battle triangle. Surveys are not part of the battle triangle. So for example, this Vorcha coming after me is going to hit the jellyfish, the Burrell, and the Enterprise first. It's going to work through the triangle, and then survey ships are last. So survey ships are typically going to last the longest in a base fight, thus giving Yuki the longest survivability. Giving, you know, Crass the longest survivability, but you only need Crass and stuff to work for one round. So this time Hatchet should do much better in terms of destroying everything immediately. Look at from the back over here with a freaking miner. Look at that dude. All right. I'm not giving you free loot there. You're not getting free loot from the back. You wasted your mycelium. All right. Now this time, yeah, look at that. Look at the insane amount of difference that makes when he's able to use ROM and doesn't have Crass in the way to delay him. This is obviously the best hit they've done so far, and took the least amount of damage, which is important for him because it's the least amount that he has to pay to repair. And then look, first round basically destroys 2 ships. Surprised he didn't destroy the Enterprise in that first round, but the Enterprise goes down the next one. He's able to put pure damage down, get rid of some of the early ships. And when the Enterprise goes down, now he's no longer getting that shield strip. Jelly's down first 2 rounds. Augur's down. Wow, Augur got beat the heck up. Look at these 9 mil criticals. So by round 3, I've only got the baby ships left. And by round 4, all of them are gone. Now he's just easily blowing up all the weapons platforms. So Honor Guard Wharf is a fantastic pairing with ROM, as you can see here. And I would even argue that Charvanik is of no use here. That Fat Mud could have been even better. If Fat Mud was here and Fat Mud had procced, you know, maybe that Enterprise goes down in round 1 instead of round 2, giving a little bit more full survivability. But that also shows the importance of Crass. Like if you're going to leave a ship home, you definitely want Crass to be one of those ships. So there is 3 massive logs of a Vorcha destroying me, but, and I should ask Chief this, the second hit, the one we did the most damage where we took out, you know, 30%, how much that repair cost is on that Vorcha. We can do a rough calculation of that through stfc.space, but that's a massive difference. And I'll actually just go ahead and ask in chat. In terms of the three, the second fight obviously did the most damage to Vorcha. What was repair cost on the most expensive versus the most recent hit? And I'm curious and to show y'all what the difference is. At the end of the day, for me as a level 41, I'm not necessarily worried about winning that fight. My small victory, my moral victory, if a 5-star ship comes, is how much money can I cost him? You know, how much titanium can I cost them to repair? Because I'm not going to beat them. But if I can make them spend more to repair their ship, that's the phallic victory that I can get in this instance. And I'm curious to see what they say was the repair cost between the two. And it's going to be a pretty significant repair cost between about a 5% damage and a 30% damage on the ship. This has been a fun episode, y'all. We get to do this enough. Yeah, here, yeah. Not phallic victory. No, it's a phallic victory too. It's very phallically strong. It was a phallic victory. Yes, you are right. That is what I meant, but I said phallic. That is what I meant. Blame my brain that is so used to streaming on Twitch. Definitely a phallic victory. I mean, be honest. If you're watching this right now and, you know, you could cause $1 trillion in repair cost to a whale, isn't that a phallic victory? Isn't that a phallic victory? We need more likes on the stream. We do. We do. Now, what the heck is this Centurion doing here? What the heck are you doing? All right, let's see. Hatchet responded. So the second cost about 300 million more titanium to repair than the recent hit. 300 million titanium. That is a significant... See, that makes me... Now, I realize at this point, obviously, Feds is doing this because we're just having fun. It's no, like, malicious, like, oh, shame the Feds guy. But that is a significant difference. I cost him 300 million trit more running Crass than not running Crass. 300 million titanium. Yeah. To say that's significant is an understatement. Even for a high-level player, 300 million titanium is a lot of titanium. So that is a phallic victory. That is a phallic victory. That's good stuff, y'all. This is like, I need to take this portion of the stream, edit it down, and turn it into its own video. And shout out to Feds for coming by and screwing around with me. For sure. Rev sounds good. Everything is in bloom in the South. 100% right. Yeah, this wonderful Southern sultry voice that you are hearing is brought to you in part by pollen. Nature's intercourse. Yeah. Also gave a shout real quick to Abraham, who donated to the house fund. Thank you, Abraham. I appreciate that. I'm going to update it here on the house fund right behind me. Appreciate you donating to the channel as we're going through some fun logs. And also shout out Kinky Jesus, who dropped 237, because Kinky Jesus likes to ruin all nice things. But I appreciate their donation nonetheless. He stopped his mining ship hitting and getting any loot. Well, that was from the back. I was from the back trying to sneak in. So that was from the back trying to sneak in. Yeah, because everybody else was kind of playing around, and from the back was over here like, I'm going to try to get a load off of him. But thankfully didn't bring an amalgam. Sorry, not related to the current topic, but in terms of these sealing rods, do we know how many broken rods it will take? Yes, Michael, it's 4,000 as of now. 4,000 broken to sealing rods to equal 1. So that means it takes you a little bit more than 5 months. A little bit more than 5 months to get a full treasury unlock. Yeah. First time catching your live stream, Server 69, shout out. Oh, you're from Acadiana. Oh, just we did Louisiana. So that is really awesome. Watch while I work listing my OG Star Wars loose figures on eBay. Oh, man. Hey, this means you're clearing room for new cool stuff. Are the sealing rods always going to be in the BP overflow? I can't promise the future like I know the future, but I can say that's the current plan. We'll see if it lasts. That is the current payout plan. to have them in the 30-day chest and in the overflow. We'll see if it continues. Yeah, Aaron, I'm also in the same boat. Like, getting 2 free packs a year is a fantastic gimme, in my opinion. It's a huge win. A huge win to me. I wonder if we can actually go out and mine now after all the fun calamity. Where's my covert? This has been fun, but I actually do need to mine some crystal. So, have you asked them to decrease the price for 4K? I've not, Obi, because to be completely honest with you, I think 2 free a year when these packs are worth $100. If you have the $100 option, the pack is worth about $150. That is a fantastic value. It's hard for me to really gripe about that. It really is. I mean, do I want more? Of course, I always want more free stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's, who doesn't want free stuff? But at the end of the day, is that a good value? It is. Getting 2 free a year is fantastic, and it's hard to complain about it. Why would they give 2 free packs? Why would they increase it? They're giving $300 worth of stuff a year for doing nothing more than your dailies. Yeah, and that's my thing. I'm not saying that more isn't better, but, and I do realize that you've got to have the $100 treasury pack value to get the full value of it. But if you're buying battle passes every month, every couple months, stuff like that, you're obviously going to get your money back in terms of value. So, no, Juggernaut, you don't have to do a lot more than your dailies. You literally just have to do your dailies. Literally, you have to do your dailies. That's all you have to do. You do not, Hostiles helps you get there faster, but all you have to do is your dailies. Complete your final daily milestone, gets you 100 points. You do it for 14 days. You got the box. All you have to do is your dailies. If you do your dailies, you're fine. Why are we getting junk in chat? Because we're streaming and people like to come on through with their silliness. Oh, we were streaming and doing battle tests, and I needed. Yeah, part of your dailies are hostile grinding, so you should finish it around, even if you did the laziest version of dailies you could do, you should still finish it around day 10 or 11. So, are there any level 41 hostiles in lower space or just dark space? There are level 41. I mean, you do have this system right here, Groombridge. Depending on what faction you're talking about, Groombridge will spawn 41s. Like, here's a 41 right here. But not every faction has them, besides the capital systems. The capital systems, obviously, I'll qualify there. But Ursva, thank you, guys, for case another one. Please repair my station. I did, Dean. Calm down. I did. I repaired it. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, Ursva. Arcanus. That's not one that I remember. So let's check out Arcanus. That's not one I recall. Here, let's go take a look at Arcanus. Yeah, this is one that I've never used. I've never used Arcanus. Now, it's a level 40 system, so 41 should spawn. Right now, it's all 40s in it. But any 40 system should also spawn. Oh, that's a 39. Arcanus shouldn't spawn 41s. This shouldn't spawn 41s. It's a 39. So what you'll have is, if you have like a 39, it should spawn one below and one above. One below and one above. Yeah. So you have to look for level 40 systems that should then spawn 41s. Like, you go to Tygo Core, the highest you're going to see is a 40. The lowest you should see is a 38. Arcanus. I like Arcanus. It sounds cooler. Now, Rom, I'm pretty sure doesn't have any of those. I think Rom is that weird, yeah, where we're just kind of stuck until you get into, deep space. Rom just has 39s. So. Is Harrison worth it for level 41 spender, or are there better things? The truth is, there are better things now. Can Harrison have value? Yeah, something like Rom, Honor Guard Wharf, Harrison on a Pilum is fantastic for hitting bases. And, well, somebody decided that we're not mining today. Oh, you only brought that? Here, what if I can catch you? I brought the wrong ship to try to catch you. Oh, well. I don't really have any PvP crews loaded out. Just repair this real quick, and I'll put out a PvP crew to take out that little Sally. There we go. Is there any reason why ROMs don't have a system? Because they don't. That's the reason. They just don't. You know, we'll just watch for him to come back if that's what he decides to do. Yeah, warp 70 we would count, you know, so you've got D space and dark space. You know, to get that far out, you're going to have the level 38 mission. So yeah, Tiger Core is the only one of its type. There's just some things that are unique in the game, certain systems. So can't remember, when does the house fund event for the wall end? So Derek, is going to end May 4th. May 4th is when it's going to wrap up. May 4th. So May the 4th be with you is when we'll wrap up the house fund. Now, we're still going to have other things like the baby coming in the end of June/July. We'll have stuff for that. But yeah, for the house fund to get your name on the wall, the final day for that's going to be May 4th. May 4th. Thank you, Discover, for sending me a message about how you want me to take a loan out. No, thank you. No, thank you. Will Harrison ever come in an officer pack? The only free-to-play sourcing that has been available for Harrison so far has been when they did a leaderboard. And I don't know if another leaderboard event is coming anytime soon. That's tempting to raid. That is tempting to raid. Let me go ahead and swap this out. Swap back this. Where's my ROM? ROM was here. Group. ROM. Yeah, I'm feeling frisky. We might try to raid that guy in a little bit. I'll try to raid that guy in a little bit. We'll put this here. And we would then swap you out for Honor Guard Worf instead of Kirk. So to do that, I need my final officer spot. Click. And this loadout here, this would be something I run on my auger to fight off Valdors. This is something I would run in my auger to fight off of Valdor. Yuki, Marcus, Honor Guard Worf to fight a Valdor. So. The normal Harrison pack is 100, so half price is good value. Yeah, I mean, I think that because Harrison is kind of getting dated, like he's still useful, but he's not as useful as he once was. Price maybe come down a little bit, but with the free treasury packs, will they still do the bonus refineries? As of now, there's no discussion of the bonus refineries no longer being a thing. So there's no discussion of that. Now I'm going to continue to push for bonus refineries. I'm not giving up on bonus refineries, y'all. Just because we have nice things like treasury does not mean I'm going to be like, well, time to settle. We're all good now. It's not what I'm going to do. He is useful for Disco PvP. If y'all don't remember the Disco PvP set, you know, him and Marcus were must-haves. I'm Ops 34 at the moment and building Ops 35 to cover off all advice you provide in your camping videos. Some completed already, others in a long ways off. Very nice, Nicholas. You're going to max Harrison. The higher your weapons damage, honestly, the more sense he makes. This is true. And there are definitely ships like the Pylum that he is really, really good on. So it depends on your particular situation. I mean, he's good, but it's one of those, like, I never tell people to go spend money, you know? That's just not what I do. I'll tell you if it has value, and Harrison does have some really good value in certain situations. Which, when y'all saw me fighting the Vorcha earlier, when we got 300 million trit total on him, which was more than the total, it probably cost him probably about 350 million trit to repair that Vorcha. Harrison was one of the cards that I was using to defend the base. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. My main usage is base defense on a survey with Yuki. Yeah, Draco. I don't know how much active base defense do you do, Draco? How much active base defense do you do? We do have to give another shout out real quick to Jeffrey donating to the house fund. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. We're going to add you up to the top. Jeffrey over here just being very, very kind and generous. I appreciate everybody because as a content creator, the only way that I make a living is through generous donations like yourself. So big shout out. a mercy right now, unless they run another leaderboard. And this can be something that I asked for maybe in the coming months. But as of now, there is no free-to-play Harrison path unless they run another leaderboard. You know what? I'm actually going to go ask that in a dev chat. But I actually just asked the devs that. I just asked that they would run a Harrison leaderboard again, based on your request. Now, the reason I asked for a Harrison leaderboard is because they're not going to do them as an SMS, and they're not going to give them in an event store. I know they're not. But if we can get them to do them in a leaderboard fashion, well, then that would provide another sourcing of Harrison that would give people a shot at lower levels and higher levels to go after Harrison. You know, at the end of the day, I try to fight for things that are realistic. You know, it's not realistic to expect them to just do a Harrison giveaway. How about an away team mission? Like I said, Kevin, that's not realistic because that's just giving an easy way for everybody to get Harrison. And they consider him a primo card. They consider him a primo card. Because he's a premium, he's not going to have an easy sourcing. You've been playing just over 2 years, never been able to get him. So I'll be honest, the only reason that I have Harrison is because somebody on this channel bought it for me. They bought him for me. There has been a Harrison leaderboard, but I didn't win the Harrison leaderboard. I didn't even come close to winning it. And the only reason I have Harrison now is because somebody bought him for me. So I'm not trying to come from like this air of superiority or anything. Where's section 31? So you can see I'm at 25 out of 57. And that's with me having, so I had about a third of Harrison or 2/3 of Harrison before. If they ever did do him in an away mission, it'd be like 10 days for the AM. Even then, it doesn't seem realistic for them to do that, even if he was an epic option, honestly. Now, Harrison is not available during the weekly swarm. That is Khan and Mara. Khan and Mara. You'd get a pack a day if I knew a Harrison SLB was coming to get the shards needed. There you go. Like I said, I put in the request, and we'll see what happens. All right. Unlock transporter patterns. Well, even then, we would need him to be in the transporter pattern store. Which, I'm not saying that he doesn't need to be in there. I would love that. Harrison is one of the officers that I requested to get added to TP when we did our, on their request, when we did a top officers players wanted to see. And over 5,000 people voted in that, and Harrison was one of the main ones. So, hey, Ferrer, I'm curious, what server are you on? Because I too am in a server that's about to get merged. But there's really no tips. I mean, prepare, mine as much oxygen as you can because territories are going to get wiped. But yeah, there's not a lot to really prepare for anymore because there's not an event. Can you ask about Apex research metal sourcing? Yeah, we can. The answer is going to be when they run the Apex events. So you only need one shard to unlock Harrison. That's the case for a lot of players for a long time. I've been one short on Tau for a long time. And thank you, Abraham. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Hopefully you have a fantastic Wednesday. Hope the rest of your day goes smoothly and well. And for those that are unaware, I will also be live a little bit later today on Twitch. If you've not joined our Twitch channel, well, the link is simple. twitch.tv/RevDeuce. And have a little bit of fun on there. I don't know, man. Today's been a really exciting PvP episode. We don't get to do this, and I can't wait to export a lot of these logs to show off base defense crews. And shout out to Chiefs Hatchet and Wolfinger for bringing in some crews for us to do that. But yeah, it's been an exciting day in the YouTube stream. And yeah, I mean, Brian, we could go for 30 minutes about things that need better sourcing in the game. We could easily go a long time for that. So I don't think anyone has mentioned that today is 420. We did at the very beginning of the show. Here's an interesting question. Which system has the highest par steel node? I can tell you where I went to do that mission, and the answer is probably going to be deep space, but I went up here One, because it's secluded and nobody would bother me. But also the nodes up here. Well, that one's pretty crappy. All right, why is there only one? These are also flipper nodes, by the way. These flip, which is kind of annoying. But here's one down here, 100,000. I don't remember how big they actually are, but these are all flippers. But I came up here when I did that mission just to leave stuff out overnight. Like this is 125,000, 125,000. I think they're all 125s up here. And that's where I did mine. I just spent a couple days mining in those, so nobody would bother me. But read that full next to you. I'm probably going to do that, but I'll probably wait till after stream to do that. And I won't say when I'll do it because I don't need people coming to stream sniping a raid. I like my raids. I don't want to lose my raids. I'm struggling to get enough faction credits for D4 Enterprise. What's the best way to get them? Your Vidar. You can get some every day doing your Vidar dailies. And away teams is another good way to run it. Away teams. Those are probably the two easiest. Ooh, you're OPC, but I'm going to let you fly on by. But see, like if you go to your Borg refinery, now I've maxed mine out. But you can see like I can get 600 a day from this single pull. Which helps out. Helps out a great deal. But Vidar, away teams, and then your faction dailies are your primary ways. Let me go ahead and start doing my refined pull so I don't forget about them. How is the Cerritos event? For me, the Cerritos event is really easy because I just go and kill stuff in capital systems and it takes like 2 kills. I do need to go mine concentrated Latinum apparently. Hey, Eden, how you doing? Wish they would scale the Borg refinery once you hit 40 plus. Agreed. I wish they'd scale a lot of things once you do a lot of things. But yeah. And hey, Fabio, I hope work was wonderful for you. Hope work was wonderful for you. Let's see. I could do this. Here we go and do this. Come on, give me officers. Give me officers. Ooh, 4 Boimler and 2 Badgie. That's a decent pull. I'll take that. I'll take that. I already did my amalgam. Territory. I need to go mine territory. Starting to run a little bit low on territory stuff again. Starting to run a little bit low on territory stuff again. And 3-star. Do this pull. Make sure you're pulling that every day, y'all. Y'all don't forget that. And then ship parts. I get asked this a lot. Pull your ship parts and your 4-star refinery at level 39. Take the commons. Take all the commons you can get. Any common that you can get, take it. Pull that stuff at 39. You won't get uncommons, but you're going to need commons. So many commons. So many commons. So you definitely go after that. Why not scopely limit avatars to the top 3 players on a server or charge an insane amount of rare Armada credits instead of simply awarding them for participating in an event, arc, or holiday? They do that for some of them, Davy. Others that they place value on, they don't. Everybody's going to get some avatars. But there are people who will either spend in the game or grind in the game to get some of those avatars and frames because they have value to some people. You know, as we go through our Excretus of Borg, you know, I'm more concerned about I'm getting 163 crystal. That's what I care about. But there are a lot of people who want to have frames and avatars. Just like, you know, people are going to want, like, I'll be honest, I really want the Tom Paris plate avatar. And it makes me want to complete the overflow. And if I miss a day, I might spend 20 bucks to make sure I get it. It just depends on the person. It depends on the person. Yeah, that 43 Academy is it's a doozy, ain't it? Woo! That one is a doozy. The officers are better this month than others. I usually don't want them. Yeah, I do love the avatars this month. I truly do. So, yeah. All right. Oh, gosh, it's been a fun episode. But because I have to get the Server 4849 Town Hall video out today, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, y'all. If y'all have not joined the Discord already, I would encourage you to come join the Discord. Question based on wording? Maybe? If you haven't joined the Discord, come and join that now. We'll have the new community manager in there soon. I plan on doing a kind of a Q&A with the new community manager so y'all can get to know them a little bit better. DJ's probably going to do that one first. DJ's been begging for somebody to come on the show for a while, and he hasn't had, like, I've had more recent dev videos and stuff than he has. So If y'all haven't checked out DJ's podcast, it's the Talking Trek podcast, has its own website and everything. I'd encourage you to check out the Talking Trek podcast. And yeah, I'll be live again tonight in roughly 5 hours on Twitch. Y'all can come join us there. Come hang out with us. We'll be doing more Star Trek Fleet Command, maybe a little bit of other things like Stream Raiders. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Appreciate y'all having so much fun with me today. And yeah, live long and prosper. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Thank you to those who donated the house fund to help make me and my family have something to eat today. And I will catch y'all later tonight. Deuces. Bye. Now I'm going to go raid at some point.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.